Number 15 is what is called getting chunks of time. Interesting studies. Over and over they have found that important work requires chunks of time to do. What is a chunk of time? A chunk of time is 60, 90 minutes, 2 hours. In fact, it's been found that most serious work cannot be done in less than 60 or 90 minutes. So when we look at the work styles of highly effective people, successful people, the ones who make the most money, the ones who graduate or are promoted the most rapidly, you find that they have developed a habit of cutting out blocks of time where they can work without interruption. Now here's an example. There's several examples that you can use. One of the examples, and one of the ways that I do it, is that I get up early in the morning. Sometimes I get up at 5 a.m. and I'll work for 2 or 3 solid hours. You can get an entire day's work done in 3 uninterrupted hours. As a matter of fact, again, we have found that it's impossible for you to do creative work and administrative work at the same time. If you have creative work to do, reports to do, proposals, anything that requires a sustained period of time to put together, you cannot do it at the desk when the telephone is ringing and people are coming in. You cannot do administrative and creative work together. You have to break them apart. In the office, you do administrative work and you cut away chunks of time for the important stuff that affects your future. One of the things that I do is I come into the office an hour early. I can clear off in 1 hour, I can do half a day's work. Another thing that you can do is stay at the office at lunchtime. Work at your desk. At lunchtime sometimes is the very best time to work. And by the way, if you work from 12 to 1 and then go out for lunch, you'll find that you can get in anywhere, that you don't have any wait, that you can get in and out and back to work quickly. A third is stay late. Sometimes just working from 5 to 7, you'll do an entire day's worth of work. By the way, with regard to travel, I travel a lot, and more people travel by air. 1 uninterrupted hour on an aircraft, if you're properly organized with all of your work in your briefcase, is worth 3 hours in your office. So if you're going to travel, be sure that you take the work necessary so that you can work, if you like a workhorse once you get on that plane. I always try to sit next to a window. If you sit next to a window, you can bury yourself in your work, you have no interference, people are not walking over you, but you can get an enormous amount of work done on a plane. As a matter of fact, much of this course that we're talking about today was done on airplanes.